So today what we're going to talk about is we're going to expand a little bit on what we spoke about last week, right? Last week we talked about your whys, and so I hope you've given some thought to that. I mean, obviously you guys here in class are motivated. You understand the importance of balance and the importance of load-bearing exercises and strengthening as we age. But I took a chance here, an opportunity to think about, well, you know, it's great if you know your why, but what if you have some obstacles, right? And we all have different challenges. We all have different excuses. And as a veteran in this industry for over 20 years, I have heard it all, right? All the way from, well, my dog doesn't like it when I move fast, to I don't want to. Just flat out not doing it. So, okay, well, can't argue with that too much. But some of your more general obstacles, some of your more general excuses include being too tired, having no energy. I hear that a lot. And that's kind of a two-pronged deal there. You know, not having enough energy to exercise, but you need to exercise in order to gain energy, right? It's just a circle. So what I want to suggest is go for a walk, okay? Just get up and go for a walk. You need to designate a time in your day where it's so concrete and it's solid in your schedule that anyone around you in your circle, your friends, your family, they know that at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock or whatever time you choose, that's your exercise time, right? And you need to commit to it, all right? Commit to it, stick with it. I promise you, the more days of consistency you put behind you, the better you're going to feel. That happens every time. I've experienced it myself. I've worked out at different levels my whole life, right? And there's been a time in my life where I didn't work out for a little while, and it was so hard to get going. My wife was dragging me to the gym, right? But the more days I put behind me, the better I got. The more, honestly, the more confidence I got. You know, the more confidence I developed, and then it became a habit, right? It's part of a lifestyle. Number two, it hurts. As we age, right, we lose muscle tissue, right? We atrophy, our muscle mass goes away, and our ability to build muscle mass, lean muscle tissue goes away. And then also your cartilage in your joints. Some of us are experiencing osteoarthritis or osteopenia, spinal stenosis. There's all these different things that can cause pain. Well, I'm going to tell you, if it hurts, don't do it. But when I say that, there's always an alternative. There's always an alternative to every exercise we do. So there is a way. And to understand your why is to understand how to find a way. Okay? And this goes to, I'm not talking to people here. I'm talking to people who may have folks in their lives that they truly care about, friends, family, spouses, that they're concerned about, and they're trying to find ways to get them going and get them moving for life longevity, for independence, because this individual wants to live a lifestyle a certain way, and in order to do so, you have to overcome some of these obstacles. Number three, I don't want to hurt myself. Either I'm not sure how, or I don't know what I'm doing. That's why you go see a professional, all right? Physical therapy, usually insurance covers about $1,200, $1,300 per calendar year for physical therapy. I am almost certain you can go to your GP, your general practitioner, your family doctor, and tell them you're having a pain in your hip or your back. Tell them you want to start exercising, and they can recommend physical therapy. Let your insurance cover that. When you get discharged from physical therapy, you go find a personal trainer or a fitness professional. Side note on that, do your homework when you're looking for a fitness professional, all right? There are no state laws or regulations. Most of these guys, they have studied, and the industry is a lot better now than what it was 20 years ago. But a lot of times, there's no differentiation between someone like me and then someone who just studied over the weekend and got certified, and now they're working in the gym, and they're going to tell you about joint stabilization and mechanics and load proportions, right? That's going to be two different ballparks. So do your homework. Injuries, surgeries, big one. I have a knee replacement. I, had L4, L5 fused. I had a fella one time, had some things going on. Anyways, I'm going to kind of be vague here. He was on some medications that were necessary. However, it made the bones very, very brittle. The medications were saving his life. So it was kind of, it was a double-edged sword. He rolled over in bed. As a result of this medication, his bone was so brittle, he broke 9 vertebrae. 9 vertebrae from rolling over in bed. But you know what? After a year, he was planking. He was planking with me. So there's always a way to figure out how to exercise. Knee replacements generally are fine. Hip replacements are a sticking point because you really don't want to cross the midline if you've had a hip replacement, right? A total joint replacement in the hip. I've had people with shoulders, all kinds of things, but there's always a way to work through that, okay? And again, if it hurts, don't do it. This is not a no pain, no gain situation. No time. No time. That goes back to what I had mentioned in the first place, right? Schedule it, make it a part of your day. So just a little side note, little statistic here. These are, did I not highlight that? Hang tight, guys. Hold on. Okay. Yep. Okay. So pulled up some statistics, and what you find in some of these articles as, quoting now, as a senior, you should exercise more, but yet somehow when you're 60, 70, 80 or beyond, the excuses to not exercise seem very big and real. Exercise reluctance happens at any age, but when it's compounded by aging body parts, it's hard to tell the difference between valid reasons and lame excuses. So remember, this will be posted at mybalanceuniversity.com. You guys can find my references and sources there. But this article lists some of the same things that I list. I'm tired, I don't have enough time, sore body parts. By the way, it's a good thing to be sore. You don't want to be sore for 3 or 4 days. You probably overdid it a little bit. You're going to be fine, but you want to be sore because what that means is that you've introduced enough of a load, enough of a challenge to get a reaction from the muscle tissue, and that reaction is going to be to build more muscle, okay? I'm tired. I don't want to risk injury. I don't want to overtrain. I'm thinking about replacing the treadmill for the walks in the mall. That's good. Set apart that time. So you can read more about this. It's more the same of what I've already stated. But I do want to talk Balance University specifically. I love yoga. I love Tai Chi. Balance-specific exercises, complex balance exercises and training of dynamic stability control, it's what we do here, in the context of uneven and unstable underfoot conditions, like standing on one foot, that's unstable, showed greater effects on fall rate and fall risk reduction compared to interventions that focused on Tai Chi, strength and balance combined. Up to 48%. So balance-specific movements are what you need to do to avoid unintended falls. You guys buy that? Yep. All right, let's go to work.